Gauntlet. Let's go.
If you smell what the Gauntlet is cooking.
Cancun on 3! Cancun edition of the Gauntlet. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gauntlet, another episode. We are going to be talking about the worst moments of the playoffs, of our teams losing and going to Cancun. That's why that I'm dressed the way I am on the show, and it's going to be really fun. But we also got some other good, exciting topics to talk about tonight. So let's get the crew in the building. In this corner, we got Wesley Washington from Houston, Texas, reporting live. It's Jay Nelson. What's up, Big J?
Oh, skippity wobbity, skippity wobbity, wobbity, skippity, 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 wobbity.
Yes, sir. And
Let's
now
go.
we got my main man, Detroit Dom. Just had a usual day for him, hitting the birdie. Nice day on the course. What's up, Detroit Dom?
Yeah, sorry we're late. Actually, I was golfing in Cancun. That's why we're starting an hour late.
We're
but
golfing in Cancun.
We're
hitting
with a birdie.
Cancun, baby. Let's go. And then we got our man, Will Vogel, in the house.
Big Willie style.
Yeah,
Some breaking
medium
news to report.
Willie style at best.
JJ, if you're watching this, I know you're at the cookout right now, so just have some breaking news to report. This just in. JJ has been traded to Basket Bros for Will Vogel and 3 future first-round picks. So enjoy yourself, JJ. Enjoy the cookout and everything, man. But I'm giving you your walking papers. You're done. You're done, so. Done.
Basketball got hosed in that deal.
So yeah, we got 3 first-rounders, and we got DJ Willie V. We got a superstar in the house tonight, man.
Oh yeah.
But seriously, guys, we know what it is. It is Sports Morons of the Week, and we gotta let them know what's up when we talking about the biggest, the dumbest things in sports.
You still don't
So
have
we
the
gotta
Tyler
let 'em-
intro, do you?
We gotta let them know. We gotta
Are
let
you
them.
guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me?
So, my sports moron. I'm a Hornets fan, but I'm not doing the Miles Bridges thing. I know it's a sports moron topic, but I'm actually going with a guy who has also had a really weird, crazy history. Is Nick Kyrgios. You tennis fans know Nick Kyrgios for his antics, for arguing with the umps and other things. During his first round match at Wimbledon, Kyrgios spat in the direction of a fan whom he said verbally abused him during the match and called the umpire a snitch. And he also hit the ball out of the stadium. And as tennis watchers know, and I only watch the majors near the end of them, he is a guy who likes to entice people and start drama. So yes, Nick Kyrgios, you are my sports moron.
My sports moron is San Antonio Spurs GM Brian Wright. Brian Wright went ahead and traded a cornerstone to his franchise, DeJounte Murray, who just had his first All-Star season. He was the 2021-2022 Steals champ. He made the all-defensive team, I believe, as a rookie, but he was a man just entering the prime of his career. He's 25 years old, and he cut bait with him. Granted, he got Danilo Gallinari, which I don't count that. He did get 3 future first-round picks back, but most of them are protected, and what will they really end up being? Because it's the Spurs, so how bad are they really ever going to be? And I just don't understand, the Spurs were just starting to be on their way back up, and then you trade your best player for a bunch of draft picks. I don't get it. So, Brian Wright, Spurs GM, you are my sports moron of the week. This man took the sunglasses off.
Oh, he's serious.
He's serious.
And Will mentioned it. Will mentioned it when he was speaking. Everyone knows that on this show, this is a place where we like to have a good time. But this sports moron is serious. And while there's a lot of things that I would like to say and, roast people in the world of sports for being stupid, this is serious. And Will mentioned it since he's a Hornets fan. The things that has happened with the Miles Bridges situation. I saw the photos of the young lady, and to say that it was disturbing would be a extreme understatement. I don't care what happens, with a situation with your girlfriend or your wife or your mother, let alone someone like your mother or your grandmother. God forbid. I don't care how much it's an argument, it's escalating. As a man, I will never, ever put my hands on a woman in a situation like that. Miles, you have to understand that you're blessed. You're athletically blessed. You're gifted. You make it to the NBA. I mean, only 2% of college players even have a chance to play in the NBA, and you have that chance. You're on the cusp of potentially getting a max contract from the Charlotte Hornets or another NBA team possibly. We've all seen all the max deals that have been given out in this period during NBA free agency. And I think this is a move that is going to also throw away that opportunity for him to get that generational wealth for him and his family members for years and years and years to come. So it was absolutely terrible. He was charged with a felony. So I hope that he gets everything that he deserves. Like I said, as a man, I will never, ever put my hands on a woman in any situation. There is absolutely no excuse for that. Oh, crap.
To Dom's, and you know what? Word to the Spider-Man that's on my shirt. I don't understand for the life of me the trade. I just do not get it. I don't know if maybe there's something going on behind the scenes and Pop's planning on leaving. So they're just like, hey, we're going to fire sell everybody. But mind you, the Spurs were on their way back up. They were looking to be a playing team. Was a playing team, and they were just right back. They were just as fast as the dynasty ended, Tim Duncan retired and whatnot. They were right there back on the cusp of the playoffs, and you trade away your best player. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know who in that front office got drunk and was like, hey, after the fifth shot, let's trade Murray and see what happens. To Will's point, so we have talked over and over. I know I have done a live commentary on fan behavior. I have even written an opinion article back when I was in college on fan behavior against athletes, but would be remiss if we didn't mention some of these athletes' behaviors towards fans. It's inexcusable. And he's the type that's known to start drama. He has that reputation. One of these days he's going to get the drama that he's looking for. Thing is, it probably won't be from a fan. It'll be from another athlete, As for the Miles Bridges situation, I'll just say this. What if it's a cultural problem? Because we've talked about, domestic violence issues in the NFL and the NBA. What if it's just a cultural problem? Here you have some of these guys that are making all the money in the world and they think they're untouchable. They think that they can never do no wrong. And if they do a wrong, there's always a way out. Someone's got them, a lawyer, their wife will never say anything. The team will cover it up, whatever it is. Maybe it is a cultural problem. So with that being said, it is being encouraged that more and more women speak out if they are victims of domestic violence. And it's also got to be put on the shoulders of some of these teams to stop covering it up. I'm not saying that the Hornets are going to do it, okay? Maybe they may be the ones to break the cycle. But maybe, just maybe, it's time for more and more teams to, hold these guys accountable and tell them they're not untouchable. They are not immune to the trials and tribulations of life, as Martin said a long time ago. I read the articles, I saw the pictures and everything, and it's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. And, here's to more and more women who are victims of abuse and such to speak out. And guys like Miles Bridges need to be nailed to the wall for this one. I mean, not only, criminally, but also this would be a good opportunity for the NBA to send a message. And maybe the NFL can pick up on it and follow their lead like normal. It's usually the NBA and then everyone else. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I think everything you said was 100%, especially with a lot of these young ladies being, scared to speak out about, things that are happening within a toxic relationship like that. So hopefully she gets the help that she needs and other young ladies get the help that they need as well. But anyway, guys, we have to move on to the next segment that we got. Player of the Week. Guess who it is? Chad Ochocinco was a 3-time first-team All-Pro, over 11,000 receiving yards. He had a stretch where he was getting over 1,200 yards for 5 straight years. 3 of those years, he led the league in receiving yardage, 67 touchdowns for his career, and over 770 receptions. And as Chad said, there's 3 things in life that's guaranteed: death, taxes, and he's going to always be open no matter what, because he was a great route runner. As I said, 770 catches. He was always catching everything. So why he's not in the Hall of Fame is a complete mystery, and it's a disaster. Like, this is why I have such a problem with a lot of people in the media. We've had the conversation about, the MVPs, the MVP votings always being about, analytics and everything. And, these guys are trying to take away from players and saying, oh, well, he was a cancer. He was this, he was that. So you take away from his great accomplishments that he did on the field. They did the same thing to Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is undoubtedly one of the best receivers of all time. And the fact that, obviously he's in the Hall of Fame now, but he didn't go in as a first ballot. Terrell Owens not a first ballot.
Yeah.
Chad Ochocinco not a first ballot. Like, what are we doing here? That's why I have such a major problem with it. But the biggest thing that stands out to me with Chad is, not only that he was a great player, but he always gave you a reason to watch the games because of his antics, his touchdown celebrations, his trash talk, everything that he was doing. He was just overall an entertainer on the football field.
Absolutely, and a little bit more about him. He was the receiving yards leader in 2006. He did go to a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, and also in 2011, CNBC listed him as the #1 most influential athlete on social media. Now, Ochocinco, how many seasons?
Randall in the house.
Oh, okay, there we go. How many seasons have we, had him? He a top 10 just about every year he played, and how many years a top 5? I'd say a pretty good amount. Not to mention, even after football, he got in the ring and started doing some of the celebrity boxing things. And you got to admire someone who was a football guy to get into boxing, to get in the ring, and even though it was 4 rounds, he did get knocked down, but he got back up. But he kind of, picked up the pace if he didn't set the pace for the now recently, it's official, people, AP will be facing Le'Veon Bell in the ring on July the 30th in Los Angeles.
And we're going to talk about that. That's actually our next segment.
Nice. And so with that being said, you got to think, was the fight with Ocho Cinco and even with Nate Robinson. It paved the way for more and more of these athletes getting in the ring. But outstanding receiver, most definitely. He was, I think, he was named top 40 Bengals of all time. Absolutely,
Chris.
I would have him in the top 5 Bengals of all time. Some may have him as the greatest, and that's awesome, But yeah, here's the Chad Ochocinco. Whether he'll be a Hall of Famer, it's up in the air. Why he wasn't a first ballot, I don't know. Maybe he'll get in on the 3rd or the 4th. Don, what you got?
Definitely should already be in the Hall of Fame, but so should Torrey Holt. Chad Ochocinco kind of gets lost in the mix and is generally underrated, like as a receiver as a whole throughout his entire career, but even more so in the era, because you're talking 2001 to 2011. So you've got prime Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Terrell Owens, Larry Fitzgerald, tail end of Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. And in my mind, at his best, he's as good as any one of those guys that I just mentioned. Like perennial Pro Bowler. What do you make it? 6 times, 2-time All-Pro. Like you don't make All-Pro twice as a fluke. And the thing is, like he was a great route runner.
Yeah, it was 3.
Okay. Oh yeah. First team twice, second team once. Yeah, like I said, I think he just gets lost in the mix. Great route runner, but outside of that, like he wasn't real big. He wasn't. I mean, he's 6'1", 188, so he's not big. He wasn't particularly fast. He was quick and, like I said, precise in his routes. And I mean, it would shock me if he doesn't make the Hall of Fame. He will, but he's just another one of those guys.
He should have already been in the Hall of Fame. That's the issue.
For sure.
How is he not already a first ballot? Like, I know Jay just said, what if he has to be 3rd or 4th ballot? I'm like, that's ridiculous. He should not have to be 3rd or 4th ballot
right.
for Chad Ochocinco.
It's definitely a diva position, but I don't even really consider Chad Ochocinco a diva. He was just a big personality.
He was an entertainer.
Right, yeah, and he knew how to play to the crowd, and I think every one of us, as well as everyone watching or everyone that ever saw him play one where he did something, they get the hell out of that. So, just to you, Chad Ochocinco.
Go ahead, Will.
So, yeah, I remember when Chad Ochocinco, definitely with the Bengals, like him, Carson Palmer, Cedric Benson, like that was a fun team. And then alongside him was TJ Hushmanzada, who was his number 2. Mm-hmm. And, man, like
also from Oregon State.
Exactly. And I remember when I was younger, I always watched whenever the Bengals played the Steelers on TV. It was always a really good matchup. And Chad, like you guys said, was an entertainer and he was a fun player. At that, like my favorite receivers in the 2000s, he's probably in the top 10. Like I remember watching I think it was like 2005, I could be wrong, Pro Bowl Skills Challenge where they did like the receiver, how fast they can catch the ball. I think he beat Steve Smith by like 1/100th of a second. And like, nuts. I was like, this guy's a beast. And yeah, he was
no doubt
so much fun to watch. And I have nothing else to say because you guys covered everything about him.
Pretty much, guys. So as Jay was saying just now, Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell meeting up in the boxing ring after the commercial break. Word from our sponsor. We are going to talk about that and give our predictions for the fight and all that. The Gauntlet Podcast is a proud partner of Fanatics, where real fans go to shop the officially licensed sports gear. Right now, Fanatics is having a sale on the latest fan gear, up to 65% off of the entire site. You can get anything from hats, jerseys, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, whatever, you name it, on sale right now. Make sure you guys go check out the links in the description. On your next purchase, we will receive a small donation off of your purchase. Now, with that being said, guys, Fanatics is the best place to go. Make sure you guys are checking out all the good stuff they got going on. Now, let's get back to the show. So, guys, that was our ad with Fanatics. So make sure you guys use the links in the description. If you purchase using the link, you will really be able to help us out. So, Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, I can't believe this is happening. I cannot believe. Listen, this doesn't even need to be discussed. Adrian Peterson is going to rock Le'Veon Bell Put all your money, put the mortgage on it. Adrian Peterson is going to slump Le'Veon Bell. I can't even believe this is happening right now. They better be cutting like a big check for the fight. Otherwise, I don't even know why Le'Veon Bell would do this if it wasn't for a ridiculous amount of money. But, I mean, he's obviously not going to be playing in the NFL anymore. And, you know, not every NFL player is wise with their money. But Adrian Peterson, this guy was, you know, running people over. He was running over 300-pound linemen in his MVP season in 2012 with the Vikings. You know, Adrian Peterson is going to rock Le'Veon Bell. Put all the money on Adrian Peterson for this fight.
Yeah, definitely. He about to serve him up them hands. One hot, one cold. I would give Le'Veon Bell even a bit more.
I ain't giving him a chance.
I would give him more of a chance if this was 245-pound Michigan State Le'Veon Bell. And I know he's leaned up since then and everything, of course, when he got to the pros. But, man, AD, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. As a matter of fact, we should probably just do predictions. I think he's gonna knock him out in the second round. I'm gonna give it 2 rounds. I'll give it 2 rounds. I've got Adrian Peterson round
Second
2
round?
by knockout. Second round.
First round.
First round? All right.
I got
What
first
you got,
round.
Dom?
Jay said almost what I was going to say verbatim. If this was Michigan State Le'Veon Bell, I would have given him a puncher's chance. But yeah, second round knockout. Slumped.
Yeah, you're going against AP, one of the greatest running backs of all time. And I know this is a boxing match, but boom, I've got AD, AK all day, AK Adrian Peterson. First round knockout. I agree with James.
2 first round, 2 second
I don't
round.
I
know.
love Adrian winning
Neither
the fight.
one of them has any boxing background, right?
No.
No. I don't think so.
I mean, honestly, I hope we
Well,
at least see
Raphael.
at least we see you know, one competitive round of, you know, football players throwing punches at each other. But yeah.
Is
Sorry,
it
Le'Veon Bell.
pay-per-view? Does anybody know?
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
on
it is.
pay-per-view.
Of course.
It is.
But
Don't
if you
worry.
pay for it, you're a clown.
Yeah, Tyler will find it.
Shout out to Tyler. He's going to hook us up with the link.
Tyler will
Like he
find
does
us the
with-
crack.
And no, I am not kidding you. As Tyler would say, are you guys kidding me? I am not kidding you. I assure you.
Yeah.
So
I think
speaking of like this fight and stuff, like if you had to pick 2 NFL players from all time to put them in a boxing match, who would you want to see? Like, who would you want to see?
Man.
Ooh,
I want to see McNabb. I want to see McNabb versus T.O. That would be my pick.
Oh,
That would be
man,
my
that's
pick.
Great.
Because I'm tired of all this crap with, you know, McNabb saying stuff and being a punk. I wanted to just
going
put
like-
him in the ring and like let's see it.
I'm going to say like Steve Smith and like Frank Gore. Just 2 short, like well-built tanks. Like, because
Steve
that
Smith.
sounds like
I got
Give
Steve
me
in that
Steve
fight.
Smith.
I got
Yeah,
Steve.
me
Give
too.
me Steve.
I don't even know who to
that's
match
tough.
up with Steve Smith, but I want to see Steve Smith punch someone many times in a row.
I'm going to
Chris
go
says Nick Foles versus Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
I would pay the pay-per-view money to see that. I would go and see that in
That
person.
would be hilarious. That would be a hilarious fight.
I would say
2
go
tall,
ahead.
lanky, unathletic guys. But go ahead.
I'm going to go with, for now, Josh Norman versus ODB.
Ooh, rematch.
Yeah.
Finally.
Damn, I don't know.
Crabtree
I'm
and
trying to
Akeem
think.
Talib.
I would like
That
to
already
see-
happened. Talib took his chain twice.
Michael Crabtree. Chain snatching.
That already happened.
trying to
That's
think of
already
one.
settled.
I would like to see Reggie White
Ooh, nice.
against Dick Butkus.
Foles versus Wentz.
I think Reggie White, Dick Butkus, 2 of the
Carson
best
Wentz
defenders
definitely
of
can't
all
fight.
time. That would be an amazing fight. Reggie White, Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
I got Reggie.
I can get down with that.
Stop playing with
Maybe
me.
like
Stop I got Reggie.
I got
Lawrence
Reggie.
Taylor and I don't know. Well, how about
Ray
like
Lewis,
Lawrence
Ray
Taylor?
Lewis versus Lawrence Taylor.
Right, or like
Ooh,
you got?
or like LT and Bruce Smith.
that
I
would
mean,
be
Ray Lewis literally killed a man. So, yeah, I got Ray winning that. Sorry, LT.
Uh,
Eli
yeah,
versus
Ray-
Peyton.
I'm not real
Pretty
sure,
sure
but
that's
Ray
happening.
Lewis might just show
Yeah.
up to a fist fight with a knife. Maybe.
Eric said,
Yeah.
he also says, he says
LT
LT versus Ray Lewis. Yep.
versus Ray
Definitely
Lewis.
a good
Yeah.
one. All right. So AFC East preview prediction time. So we're continuing our series. Last week we did I forget what division we did, the NFC South, I think, was our division last week. So this week we're continuing what we're doing. Let the AFC East stop playing with me. The Buffalo Bills are winning this division with ease.
Oh,
The Buffalo Bills are going to win 12 or 13 games this year. They'll go 12-5, 13-4. I don't see them winning any less than 12 games for the season. I think that they're going to be one of the top contending teams in the AFC to go to the Super Bowl. We know last season they pretty much ended up losing that great performance. Josh Allen, great performance against Patrick Mahomes, was one of the great games that we've seen. And it was a coin toss, and, they didn't win. But if they would have won the coin toss, maybe they would have won that game and maybe beat the Bengals and went to the Super Bowl. We don't know what would happen. But
Maybe just play some
the point
defense
is the Buffalo
and win in
Bills are-
regulation.
The point is, and I'm not going into all of that, but the point is the Buffalo Bills are a very good team, and they're going to continue to be a very good team next season. Coming in second place, I have the Miami Dolphins, but I'm not as high on the Miami Dolphins as a lot of people seem to be. And the reason why is not really because of the players they have. I'm obviously not very much sold on Tua. Tua does not really
I'm not either.
Tua is not sold on Tua. But
Tua does not really have the arm that's going to be able to create the big plays that we've been used to seeing with Tyreek Hill as he was playing with Patrick Mahomes. I think they kind of are a quarterback away from being that type of team. And my other reasoning for it has to do with the scheduling. The schedule does not really play out in their favor at the very, very beginning of the season and the very end of the season. So to start off the season, I believe they have to play the Baltimore Ravens, they have to play the Cincinnati Bengals, they have to play the New England Patriots, and I also believe they play the Buffalo Bills. So at best, they'll probably beat the New England Patriots, if that, and they'll start off 1-3. And at the end of the season, you got to play the Chargers, you got to play the Raiders, you got to play the Green Bay Packers, you got to play a lot of these great teams with great quarterbacks. I don't see the Miami Dolphins being able to go toe-to-toe with, someone like Aaron Rodgers, somebody like Justin Herbert, and stuff like that. So I think Tua is going to kind of hold this team back from what they can be. So Dolphins 8-9 coming in second place. Then I got the New England Patriots. On paper, they just look like an average team. You have Mac Jones coming into his second season, where he showed some good things, but he's really nothing to get too excited about. Look on their offense; they don't have any really great playmakers at receiver. I don't see New England doing much. I see New England winning about 7 games this year, giving them 7-10, and then the Jets, I have them going 5-12. Even though they killed the draft and everything at the end of the day, I just don't see the Jets doing anything. I think the Jets are going to continue to be the Jets, and they'll win 5 games. So that is the order that I have. I have the Bills, Dolphins, and then I have obviously the Jets coming in last place for this division. But that's how I see it, and Patriots in third. So when do you guys want to take it?
Go ahead, Will. It's all good.
Oh, sorry, man. My bad. Yeah, I agree with you. The Bills, you got Josh Allen, you got Stephon Diggs, you got great weapons on that team. You got an emerging Gabriel, and you got an emerging Gabriel Davis. They're going to win probably 12 games or more. Who knows?
Going on, Vic?
Then I got the Patriots in second. Mac Jones had good
Eric.
glimpses last year, and I agree. He doesn't really have those offensive weapons, like really good weapons. Then I got the Dolphins. I think the Patriots are going to win like maybe 1 or 2 more than the Dolphins. Nothing major. It's going to be a really, really small margin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Jets, I think they're going to have a decent year. I still think they're going to – I agree with James. They're going to have 5 wins. Like Zach Wilson's – it's his second year. The Jets are going to jet. But, like, they got a good young receiver, Garrett Wilson, which if all goes right for them, which I still, like I said, have them winning 5 games, he can help Zach Wilson out. But still, I think the Bills win like 5 more than the second place team. So I would go
That's
Bills.
not even going to be close.
Not even close. So I got Bills, Patriots, and Dolphins separated by 1 or 2 games. So it would go Patriots, Dolphins, and then Jets, who would probably be 3 or 4 games under them.
I've got about the same order as well. I will say, as far as the Bills go, I mean, as they both stated, it's a foregone conclusion just about that they'd win this division, barring an injury to number 17. And at this point, because they were so close last season and they're going to be motivated by that game, I would not be shocked. Don't jump me here. I would not be shocked if the Bills won the AFC outright.
I wouldn't be shocked either.
But with that being said, I've got them winning this division. In second place, I've got New England because regardless of, they may have lost Josh McDaniels, they may have lost some other personnel. But at the end of the day, it's a Bill Belichick coach team. And as long as he's still there, I'm still giving them a shot at least making the playoffs. I'm going to have them, but I think last season they won 10 games. I'll probably have them win 9. Third is going to be the Dolphins. And it's not to say that the Dolphins are inherently bad. It's just that, well, number one, the Pats have always owned them. And number two, the Bills are just that good. So the Dolphins just, Tua's Tua. And Tyreek was just wrong as hell is what he said, talking about Tua got a better arm. I don't know if people got about homeboy in Kansas City already. How soon?
He said Tua was more accurate and Mahomes had a better arm, but same difference.
No, Tua's not accurate. Tua's not accurate.
I mean, it's gonna. Well, the thing about it is this. When it comes to Tua, don't look for the deep ball. Everything's gonna be cheap and deep. So luckily, he has the ability to create space and catch the short slant or catch the 5 and in or the 5 and out, and then make a big play out of it. So at least they have that going for them. But even still, I got the Dolphins in third, and I've got Rutgers University in fourth. They're not going to win no more than 6 games.
Rutgers University. Yikes.
That's perfect.
All right,
pretty much the same thing. Bills win the division handily, 12-13 wins. The Patriots or Miami, pick one. One of them wins 8, maybe 9 games. The other one wins the lesser amount. And I have the Jets at 6 wins, but they're in last by a wide margin. It's the Jets. Sorry, Jets.
The Jets are gonna jet. And as to Jay's point about Tyreek Hill, I mean, I'm just saying, there's gonna come a point of this season that we're gonna say, Tua is not able to create the big plays with his arm like Mahomes was able to do that. And I think that
it's okay.
We're going to say, and I know that we're going to say that, man, Tyreek Hill is not looking like the Tyreek Hill from before.
Tom Brady will be a Miami Dolphin in 2023.
No, he won't.
It's kind of like one of those things.
Unless Tampa wins the Super Bowl.
You don't realize what you have until it's gone.
You don't know what you got.
James, to your point, I will say this much. I think this year is going to be, and even Stevie Wonder will probably do a better job. But to your point, I think this is going to be the make or break season for Tua. Tua's holding a clipboard next year if he cannot make it happen.
No point. Yeah, no point.
Yeah, for Tom Brady.
It's
for
possible,
somebody.
Do you think Brady's going to play another season?
No,
I'm almost positive he cut a deal with Giselle. She's like, you can play one more year in Tampa. If you want to play more than one more year, we're moving to GD Miami because I don't like Tampa. I'm a supermodel. I belong in Miami, not Tampa.
He was about to join Miami, but all the stuff happened with Flores and all of that.
Tampa's cool. Miami's where he wants to be.
That's the only reason he didn't.
Plus, he wants to get back in that easy division. Minus Buffalo.
In asking, but is he really coming back? How many years have we asked that question?
That's
exactly.
True.
I mean,
then 4 more Super Bowl rings happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If he wins another Super Bowl, he might retire.
Ask me right now, he's coming back. I don't think.
We're talking about a 45-year-old in immaculate shape, and Tom Brady said himself in an interview, "I'll retire when I start to suck." He won the passing title just last season.
Right.
I just feel like him and Cristiano Ronaldo are just gonna play forever.
Let's stop talking about Let's just stop talking about Tom Brady before Carol starts flooding the comments.
Well,
What if he goes to Detroit?
She'll probably flood him later because she loves.
What if he went to the Lions? What if he went to the
take
Lions?
I'll take a grapefruit spoon and carve out the Lions tattoo on my stomach.
Bet? Like,
So
really?
that's the deal, right?
Deal.
That's a bet. Okay. It's official. Everybody's catching Dom in 4K, so if he starts to welch, then you guys can expose him. Kind of like I exposed John Shear for saying A.J. Brown was not a good receiver when I was on the Sideline Sports show.
That was a joke.
But when we get that, guys, we are going to Cancun, baby. Cancun on 3. But first, we got to have a message from our sponsors.
I'm running like my hair is on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I got a message, Colorado straight from Texas, captured most of me, just let me be.
Check out Yeti for all the amazing products, especially during the summertime. Beach trip, camping trip, whatever. Coolers are the best coolers on the market. Use the link in the
Did I see someone snowboarding in that commercial?
Yes, you did.
Yeti is like an outdoorsy type of.
I know that, but if you're snowboarding, you don't need a cooler,
man.
Please.
Yeah, you do.
Please use our referral code.
I've never went snowboarding.
I honestly
you don't need a cooler.
No, just put it in the snow.
I'll probably fall in the snow because I don't know.
It's fun.
I used to do skateboarding when I was a kid, but I retired.
Snowboarding is a lot of fun. I have a few concussions to prove it.
Cancun. We're going to Cancun, man, and I gotta say, I have so many bad times.
Oh God!
Of seeing the Eagles.
This could be its own show.
Of seeing the Eagles going to Cancun, man. I mean, I was talking about I wanted to see Terrell Owens fight Donovan McNabb in the boxing match. Listen, man, we went to freaking 5 NFC championships with McNabb. We went to 3 or 4 of them in a row. We went to 4 in a row, and we lost every single one of them. And then when we signed T.O., that was the year that we finally made it to the Super Bowl. Just for McNabb to go in here and throw up in a crucial moment when we're trying to win, and we
literally or figuratively.
What is that? That's the moment that a lot of Philly fans started not liking McNabb. And as bad as that was, time heals all wounds. So I wouldn't even say that was my worst one. The worst one for me is probably the 2008 NFC championship that happened against the Cardinals and Kurt Warner at the time. We were a wild card team. That season, we beat the Dallas Cowboys 44-6 and secure the wild card spot.
Oh, I remember that game.
We beat the New York Giants. We got hot we were the wild card team, and we were hot at the right time, and we started winning, and we were like, okay, this is our chance. This is really going to be the real year that we're going to win the Super Bowl. And we took the lead late in the game. Deshaun Jackson, as a rookie, he scored the touchdown late in the game, and our defense ended up blowing it for us, and we lost that game. That was the last game of Brian Dawkins, also in an Eagles uniform. So just completely devastating and heartbreaking to see that.
That was crazy. That was crazy too, because you were that close to an all Pennsylvania Super Bowl. And you know what? I think that if they would have made it, that Eagles team probably would have beat Pittsburgh. They probably would have knocked them out. And mind you, McNabb shows up.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Easily from mine.
Fitzgerald destroyed us.
Yeah.
Destroyed us.
Growing up, and that was still a close game too. The NFC Championship game. It was still a close game.
It was close.
Not close enough. Growing up an Oilers fan, of course, my most painful one is wild card. 1993 playoffs when Houston blew a 32-point lead at Buffalo to a backup quarterback, in which
that was a damn good Oilers team too. Damn good team.
Now you talk about. I thought that team was going to go to the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, I had a feeling. I had thought that it was going to be an all-Texas Super Bowl that year. It was going to be Houston versus Dallas. But our defensive coordinator decided to play prevent defense the whole second half, and they picked us apart, held us to only 3 points, and then in the second half, and then won in overtime. But what almost overtook that one was a few years ago in the playoffs, when the Texans had a 24-0 lead and then proceeded to get – not only did they catch us, they stomped us. The final score was like 51-30 at Kansas City. And
I forgot about that.
They were up 24-0.
24-0, real fast. The funny part about that, though, was I was actually barbecuing, and we was in the old group, me, Dom, and James, and they were all like, and everybody was already saying Texans-Titans AFC Championship. And I remember walking in from, putting some hot dogs out there on the grill, and I remember looking at the score, and I said, dude, it would be classic Bill O'Brien if he blew this lead. And that's exactly
I remember that.
That's exactly what happened. That's why when it happened, I really wasn't that shocked. I was like, that's it. That's classic Bill O'Brien. He going to blow this lead. Watch. All right, go ahead, Dom.
It's a tie between the 91 AFC title game against Washington. That was the only year in my life when we won the division. We had a first-round bye, went out in the second round, and just dog-walked the Cowboys. And I'm all hyped, like, oh, yeah, let's go, Washington. And then they proceeded to go ahead and jail sex us. It's between that, like, that wasn't even a close game. It was over before it started. Barry couldn't do anything. Eric Kramer played terrible. And I was just like, well, okay, that was fun. At least I got to see that one playoff win when I was 11. I'm now 42. And the other one, obviously, 2014 against Dallas. But
Lions were robbed.
Yeah.
I don't care what Cowboys fan is watching right now.
Detroit
Lions were robbed.
It was
inexcusable.
Wanted to help the Cowboys.
Never in my life before, maybe not ever since, have I ever seen a PI flag get thrown and then picked up. That wasn't why we lost. Only scoring 3 points in the second half is why we lost. A bunch of offensive holds. Sam Martin had
should have been a flag, though.
Oh, yeah. It was. And then they were like, oh, no, wait. No, it wasn't.
How many no calls? Detroit played well enough to win, period.
That's why the Cowboys got karma. Everyone is in Cowboys Nation is crying about, Dez caught it, which he did, by the way. But this is what you got because it's karma, because this crap happened against the Lions when you're picking up flags.
Yep.
That's your makeup
karma
call.
for robbing the Lions. Yep.
That's your karma.
Yep. Well.
So I'm going to start with the second one, and then I'm going to go to the main one. Second one was the Panthers were in the Super Bowl against the Broncos. We were 15-1. We lost Kelvin Benjamin for the year, who actually had a good year. And we were riding hot. They were riding off the Broncos were riding off a AFC Championship win against the Patriots, where their defense just lit up Tom Brady and the Patriots offense. Cam Newton proceeds to fumble the ball, doesn't jump on the ball. Nothing against Peyton Manning. Love Peyton Manning to death. One of the biggest Peyton Manning fans out there. But that defense won them that Super Bowl. Not that offense. Their defense won that Super Bowl.
Correct.
The one that hurts the most is I actually lived in Europe when this happened, but I've watched so many times replay of this, and every time I see it, it just makes me want to punch a hole in the wall. It's when the Panthers lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots, when with 4 seconds left, Adam Vinatieri, Mr. Captain Clutch kicks the game-winning field goal from 41 yards to sink the Panthers' hopes and to win the Super Bowl.
I forgot about that one.
The Panthers kicker kicked the ball out of bounds, which made
the
Patriots had an easy field position.
Exactly.
The game was over as soon as that happened. I was like, Patriots win.
Exactly.
I forgot the Panthers lost twice in the Super Bowl because when you said Cam not jumping on the ball, I'm like, how's that number 2? And then you said, I'm like, oh yeah, that.
I know I was just saying stuff about karma with the Detroit. They picked up the flag, and then the Dez thing happened. I also think it's Panthers karma because they were saying all this negative things about Steve Smith, who is maybe the best Panthers player of all time, and you're saying, he's a problem for Cam and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and then
and to your point about that,
I think if they have Steve, then they win the game. That's my opinion.
To your point about that, real quick before we go on, it was so stupid that we moved on from Steve Smith and said, "Oh, he's a cancer."
Very
Cam.
stupid.
They can't work together in the locker room. Steve Smith would have been the captain of that team. If I had to,
Steve was an actual leader. Cam was not.
Steve Smith was a man. Cam Newton is still a child.
Exactly. If I had to guess the locker room, if I had to guess who they would lean toward as a leader, I would 100% lean towards Steve Smith over Cam Newton. 100%.
One of Cam's biggest problems.
And the biggest thing about that Super Bowl is that Cam showed his true colors, because after he fumbled the ball and decided, you know what, I'm not going to try to get on my own fumble. He goes to the media and
doesn't talk to them.
He's standing there, and then he just walks off
which is childish.
You have to, if you do something like that, you have to face the music, and that's not something he was willing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Childish.
That 2003 Panthers team, mind you, in 2 years they went from 1-15 to 11-5.
Yes, they did.
They actually had the nickname of Cardiac Cats because there were a lot of wins that season that came. They were close wins.
Another nick that someone stole Lions.
Yeah, but it's pretty bad when Jake Delhomme outperforms the MVP in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. And guess what? I don't know if it's still the longest play in Super Bowl history, but it may be still that Jake Delhomme to Mush Muhammad 87-yard touchdown pass.
Longest play? No, that would be the pick six. That would be the pick six. Harrison.
James Harrison.
So this would be. I think this is top
longest
5.
pass play, maybe.
Longest pass play.
Longest pass play, yes, but longest play, that's James Harrison.
No, it's James.
I think we got to mention, I know we all mentioned our own teams. I think we also got to mention the 28-3 Falcons.
Oh my God! I made a.
How can you be a Falcons fan if I knew that one existed?
There was 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and they were out by 25 points. And there's all these dudes posting about, what's up, ATL, all this stuff, and then you freaking blow the lead and lose in overtime.
I made a list actually.
4 Falcons fans that came out of the
Falcons
closet
deserve it though, man. They're an abysmal franchise.
Funny thing is, I don't like the Patriots or the Falcons, but I was going for the Patriots in that Super Bowl. But I actually made a list of devastating playoff losses. Bills 4 consecutive playoff losses. Falcons blowing the 28-3 lead. Seahawks don't run the ball on the 1 yard line against the Patriots.
I'm going to shout out JJ since he wasn't able to be on the show tonight. I know if he was here, he would definitely say when the Ravens lost in the 2011 AFC Championship when Billy Cundiff missed a chip shot field goal. And he's known for saying that he feels that the 2011 Ravens team was better than the 2012 Ravens team. So Billy Cundiff missing that field goal was definitely devastating if you were a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Number 4, Cardinals lose Super Bowl on Ben Roethlisberger to Santonio Holmes touchdown, 35 seconds left.
He definitely should.
That's heartbreaking. And number 5,
the rest of his prime.
Titans, Kevin Dyson, 1 yard short of tying the Super Bowl against the Rams.
That was a great Super Bowl.
That one would have left a mark. If that happened to the Eagles, that would have really left a mark on me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Imagine being 1 year. I've seen NFL films on it. I think NFL Network released top 10 devastating losses or whatever. That was in the top 5, and I'm like, that
bad.
And it's definitely deserving of that. So, as we get to the last 10 minutes of the show here, Jay has the non-sports topic for us. For you guys that it's maybe a little new to the show. For most of the show, we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about, all the news and everything like that. And then here in the last part of the show, It's when we take it outside of NFL, we take it outside of sports, and we talk about different topics. It can be anything about music or entertainment or, movies, TV shows, food. Last week we did ice creams.
That was fun.
So Jake, he cooked up something good for us this week. So I'm gonna let him start us off and take the course. What are we doing this week for non-sports?
We'll see if James, and we talked about this earlier this week in picking this one, so we'll see if it's true for everybody. All right, here's the rules, fellas. So I'm going to mention 4 rap artists, okay? I got a feeling as to what Dom going to pick, and I got a feeling as to what Will's going to pick.
Don't put me in a box.
But we're all in a box right now, but anyway.
Yeah, we can box anyway, if you want to talk tough on the internet, Dom. All right, so I'm going to mention 4 rap artists, okay? You have to meet one, attend one's concert, buy one's album, and boot one, okay? Wait, say that one more time.
I need to write this down.
Okay,
you're meeting one.
You're meeting one, attending one's concert, buying one's album, and then booting one, doing away with the other. You don't want nothing to do with them or anything.
Meet, concert, album, boot. Got it. Okay.
All right. And the artists are 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Drake, or J. Cole.
Ooh. 50 Cent, Drake,
you want to start?
who?
Well, you know what? Go ahead, Dom. Start off.
Who's it? 50 Cent, who else?
I'm looking for a pen.
So it's Jay-Z, J. Cole, Drake, and 50 Cent.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to... Concert, I'm going to say J. Cole. Oh, that's tough. I want to boot Drake and Jay-Z. But I'm booting.
That's so disrespectful.
I'm booting Drake because I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to go to his concert. I don't want to meet him. Actually, wait, no.
Buy his album and give it to somebody.
No. Actually, no. I'm gonna boot Jay-Z. I'm gonna go to J. Cole's concert. I'm gonna meet Drake just so I can fight him. And what was the fourth one?
I'll give you a pass then. For that.
50.
50 I'll buy his album because I actually don't mind his music.
Huh. Okay. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, so I'm going to start off first, something real quick. I have been to a Drake concert, so that eliminates Drake. So J. Cole, I want to meet J. Cole because, as you guys know, I live in Charlotte. He is a diehard Hornets fan, and I would love to meet him, talk Hornets basketball, talk the rap game, attend the concert, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a legend. Jay-Z is a legend in the business, in the rap business, in the music business. Album, I've always liked Drake. I'm sorry, I like some of his songs, but I got to boot 50 Cent.
No!
I'm sorry, but
I like that the answers are different so far.
It is. Jimmy's
like, I want to save all of them. No, but I do have respect for.
I can't believe that. You know what? I'm gonna give my list first before I say anything else. Yeah. So I'm obviously meeting J. Cole. There's no question. There's no question that he's the person that I would want to meet because in terms of in modern hip hop and rap, he has completely separated himself because of what he chooses to make his music about. If you even listen to any of his albums, you can feel a baller. You can feel that there's a message that he's trying to send. There's a message he's trying to send compared to, most of the rappers that are, talking about money and, doing stuff and, shooting stuff up and doing everything. That's not what J. Cole's doing. He's talking about real things in his life. And there's a powerful message behind it. And I even went to see him perform in Raleigh, North Carolina, actually, at a concert. His Dreamville thing. It was an amazing experience.
I wanted to go.
It was an amazing experience. So absolutely him. And then I would I would like to go to a Jay-Z concert.
Yes,
I think Jay-Z is one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of his success, his numbers and everything, selling the album speaks for itself. And he's just one of the best rappers to ever do it. And then as far as buying the album, I'm going with 50 Cent. And this is not even a question for me. I'm booting Drake. Why would I want Drake when this guy's making an album about, this simpy crap where he's, singing and doing this stuff. Listen, I understand that everyone likes Drake and the women like him, and good for him. I'm happy for him.
I like
good for you.
Drake.
I'm not surprised that the women like him. They probably want to be his best friend because he's named after a woman.
He doesn't even write his own songs. He should not even be in the conversation with any of the rest of these three guys because he's not a real rapper. He doesn't write his own music. He's a pop artist. He is not a rapper. I don't know why people don't understand that Drake's not a rapper. He's not a rapper. He's a pop star. He doesn't write his own music. He is not on the same level as these guys.
Let me switch, actually, because we're speaking of modern Drake.
No take
I like
backs.
old Drake. Calm down, Dom. I got 50 Cent and Drake. Boot Drake. This modern diva Drake sucks.
So if it was old Drake, you would have kept him.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll switch mine too. We can boot Drake. We can make it unanimous.
Okay.
I would make
even know
Jay-Z
why
just
it's
to
not
fight him too.
unanimous. The only reason Damo was giving you a pass is because you said you were going to fight Drake. That was the only reason.
I would. I'll put him in that wheelchair for real.
Oh, you are terrible.
Here's mine. I'm going to meet Jay-Z. I'd like to, just to have a conversation with the man and to get into his mind. There was one question that went out on social media a while back, and it was, would you rather take $100,000 right now or have dinner with Jay-Z? The majority said have dinner with Jay-Z because a conversation with him, he could teach you how to make way more than $100,000, obviously.
And if you were having dinner with him, he might loan you that $100,000.
He might, So I would meet Jay-Z.
Concert.
I would attend 50s. Just anything, from Get Rich or Die Trying to like the Massacre and anything else, and I have the old crew back. I think it would be great just like seeing him like in concert. I know it's a bit of a throwback. He's kind of retired from music, but even now, if I can go in a time machine, I'd attend a 50 concert.
We ain't in Basket Bros, Jay.
Yeah. Of course, buy an album, J. Cole. I have all his albums right now,
Yes, sir.
sorry, I got to boot Drake. I got to boot Drake, so it's going to be unanimous. I agree with Will. His old stuff, yes. Now, don't get me wrong, it's decent. Understand that,
But old Drake was
give me
like,
so far gone Drake.
What are the good songs?
Even the old Drake, I don't consider him the greatest in the greatest conversation of all time. Because in the old Drake, as I said, even in the old Drake, he's still not writing his music.
No, he's not. He's not even in the conversation for the greatest.
There's one people, maybe two on earth that think Drake is the GOAT. Drake and Jahan Phillips.
And Jahan, yeah, shout out
That's a
Jahan.
good point. Grizz brings up a good point.
Someone sent Jahan this list.
Beyonce.
I want to see Jahan.
Jay-Z, I can meet Beyonce. So
yeah, this is why I can't never take Drake seriously as a lyricist or put him in the upper echelon because he has ghostwriters. He doesn't write his own stuff, y'all. This has been said in interviews. Go look it up.
Yep.
So, and you know what? That's his career. That's his choice. It's just that songs. Yeah, he puts out his songs all the time.
But he ain't write them.
But he ain't putting the work in like the rest of these great guys.
He didn't pin them. So for someone like, especially from this generation, to say that Drake's a better lyricist than Nas, I literally collapse a lung laughing.
Whoever actually thinks that needs to be drug tested immediately. Immediately. I don't know. I don't even want to hear it.
Yep.
Well,
But-
that's all I got. I know we're at an hour now.
But yeah, we're at an hour, guys. So thank you for helping us out. JJ took the night off, so it was
JJ
really
still replaced. It's okay.
Yeah, that's right. You heard it from the man himself. JJ, if you're listening, you have been replaced. You have been traded to Basket Bros for Will Vogel and 3 first-round draft picks, as we said earlier. But Will, tell us about anything with Basket Bros that you're doing. Anything else that you're doing that you want the people to know before we sign off for the night?
Yeah, I wanted to say I can be on the Gauntlet whenever you guys need me. I'm available next Saturday. I'm probably available the Saturday. I am available the next Saturday after that. Whenever you guys need me, just holler at me and I'll let you know if I'm available. But yes, Monday nights I am on the NBA Carousel covering the Charlotte Hornets and the Memphis Grizzlies. Thursday nights I am on the Sip Off hosted by Megan Price and Jahan Phillips. I am occasionally on the Gauntlet hosted by these guys plus JJ. And on Sunday nights, it's Basketball Bros. It's Dom, Jay, Jacob, and I. It's basketball 2000s and back. Occasionally, we dabble with modern stuff. But tomorrow's show, we're still working on topics. But all I know is we got what makes the 90s Bulls so great, Team USA all-time starting 5, and coaches replacing legendary coaches. And we will have another topic by tomorrow night, so go check out all those shows.
Absolutely, guys, and this was another great episode of Gauntlet Cancun edition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We will be back next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We did a little bit of a late show tonight, but we should be back and running on our normal hours next week. We will see you next time.